Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome to the introductory session for our research studies titled as Endobronchial Intubation with the King Vision and McGrath Video Laryngoscopes. I am Aziza Bukhari, and on behalf of my team, I will be explaining the purpose of the study and the intubation process, including the equipment used and the scoring systems we will use. The purpose of our study is to compare video laryngoscopes, which are the McGrath and King Vision, for the placement of a double lumen tube on mannequins simulating both an easy and difficult airway. On the left, the mannequin is simulating an easy airway where it's possible to move the head and neck to facilitate the intubation process. And on the right, the mannequin is simulating a difficult airway where head and neck movement is inhibited by securing the head with an adhesive tape on a headrest. Coming to the video laryngoscopes, it is a form of indirect laryngoscopy in which the clinician does not directly view the larynx, and the image is viewed in a monitor attached to the handle of the laryngoscope. Now, it is used inside or outside of the operating room, such as the emergency department. On the left is the McGrath video laryngoscope, and on the right is the King Vision video laryngoscope. Although both devices contain a monitor, handle, disposable blades, and a camera with a light source, there are differences between the two video laryngoscopes. The McGrath video laryngoscope is light, compact, has a blade similar to the widely used Macintosh blade, and has a movable LCD screen. The King Vision, on the other hand, has a fixed LCD screen and a guiding channel which the double lumen tube can be loaded in. Now, coming to the double lumen tube, they are an endobronchial tubes designed to isolate the lungs anatomically and physiologically, most commonly used to achieve a one-lung ventilation. One-lung ventilation, also called lung isolation, is the mechanical and functional separation of the two lungs to allow selective ventilation of only one lung. The isolated, non-ventilated lung is passively deflated and can be manipulated by the surgeon. The double lumen tube has two endotracheal tubes that are bonded together to allow each tube to ventilate a specific lung. Longer lumen, which is the bronchial lumen, is designed to reach the left main stem bronchus, while the shorter lumen, the tracheal end, is the distal trachea. The bronchial cuff and its pilot balloon are blue, while the tracheal cuff and its pilot balloon are clear. This is a picture for it to be more clear. This image illustrates a simplified version of the process of inserting the double lumen tube into the left main bronchus, and this procedure will be demonstrated further in the video. Coming to the Pogo score, it is the percentage of glottic opening score that is a quantitative scale measurement of the laryngeal view during endotracheal intubation. A score of 100% means that the entire glottis is visible from the anterior commissure of the vocal cords anteriorly, which is more clear here, to the interarytenoid notch posteriorly, while a score of 0% would denote inability to visualize the glottic opening, which includes the interarytenoid notch. As you can see here on the right, we have a 100% Pogo score, and on the left, we have a 90% Pogo score. And on the right, we have a 70% Pogo score, and on the left is a 20% Pogo score. This gives us a 0% Pogo score because nothing is visualized in this picture. Now, coming to the visual analog scale, you will be asked after each intubation attempt to rate its difficulty based on the visual analog scale, where 0 is considered extremely easy and 100 is considered extremely difficult. Now, please refer to the demonstrated video that will be provided to you. Okay. What you are expected to do upon arrival to the venue is to take precautionary measures of wearing a face mask at all times, social distancing, frequent hand sanitization. While we will ensure sanitization of the equipment, you will be asked to sign a written consent form agreeing to participate in the study, which will require the completion of 2 hands-on sessions. You will attend a 5-minute hands-on practice session on each simulated airway model using both the video laryngoscopes. The first session performed on the first day will include 25 intubation attempts on the first scenario, and you will be given a 15-minute break between each scenario. You will complete the first session by performing 25 intubation attempts on the second scenario. Points 4, 5, and 6 will be repeated in the second session, conducted on a different day. A single session is expected to last a maximum of 3 hours, and the 2 sessions will be less than 4 weeks apart and not conducted on the same day. All the attempts will be monitored under close supervision, and the investigators will be assessing these attempts. A total of 100 intubation attempts have to be completed. Benefits from participation in this study is the ability to practice intubation under the supervision of an anesthesiologist, practice intubation using the latest technology, and you will receive certificates for the participation and training on intubation. Thank you for listening, and any questions, we'll be happy to receive them.